Hello and welcome to episode 307 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in studio by Bronell, Harvin, Canoop. On this episode, which one do I start with? Gotta start with Nick Taylor's fourth career victory at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We're going to talk plenty about his torrid finish to that tournament. I think birdied 5 in a row, including the 2 playoff holes. No? 3 and then
5 of
6. All right. Anyway, torrid finish. We're also going to talk about the torrid Chiefs finish. Chiefs are Super Bowl champions yet again. I feel awful today, so I might take a few breaks here and there. But the dual screen hosted a Super Bowl party, and it was funny because with the Waste Management going a little bit later than normal, the dual TVs was actually on golf and Super Bowl for a while at the house.
Because of me, yep.
Well, it was on there when you got there.
Yeah, but then it got switched, and I had to switch it back, and people weren't happy.
Switched.
But
Yeah.
Switched.
Yeah, someone switched it
to
on.
football.
Change the channel.
You had both on football.
I didn't.
No, someone did. I think it was my wife. But yeah, the Chiefs are Super Bowl champions yet again. We're going to talk plenty about that. There was a LIV tournament. Yes, it's in the intro, Bronell. I'm sorry.
I love that.
LIV's in the intro just because it happened in Las Vegas where the Super Bowl was. Not too eventful of a finish there.
No,
Oh, God.
it wasn't.
Yeah, and plenty more. But before we get started, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code DriveToTheGreen for 20% off your order. Chase, I spoke to him again this past week. He's going to slowly start putting out the Player Cups, including, I think, registration to the Elkridge. If you played in Elkridge last year, you would have got your invite to this year's.
Yep.
So we'll see what his retention's like. I can't imagine there's going to be too many spots open up for public. So I guess if they
one
do,
Christopher Canoop.
yeah, we're
One
down one less
team.
team. Yeah, we're down one less team. So there's going to be one getting open. So if you know Chase personally, just fire him a text. Don't tell him I said that, but yeah, maybe you can find your way in.
I was actually.
Or we should sell off our team,
There you go. That
Yeah.
should be.
raffle it off.
That's a good idea. I was looking for pictures for golf holes today at work, and started looking at Elkridge on Google Earth, and I was like, "Oh, I'm with Harv this year." Like,
Losing the ball there.
went through all
losing
the
ball
holes,
there.
and it's like I think we can be in play on all these holes. Like I was
Absolutely,
just like,
we can. You guys
Oh, boy.
forget how good I played there.
You've been
last year.
great with driver too, so
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it actually.
Yes, so very excited about that, and obviously the launch of his new line. We're getting closer to that launch date. We've put together our, I think for the most part, our order for this year, and it is a lot.
I haven't totally put mine.
Yeah.
So
But,
there's one thing I don't know. I've been thinking lately. Obviously, we're gonna get some new clothes, and we've been with Player for a while. Is there a place that we can give some of that old stuff to, like someone that maybe needs it more than we do?
It's
You know what I
called
mean?
the Salvation Army.
No, I know,
No.
but they
Yeah.
sell that stuff, right? We could
Yeah,
give
they
it
do sell it. Yeah.
to give it away to somebody. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's some, I don't know, high school programming that needs some nice polos and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
that we don't need anymore.
Yeah.
I know someone
know.
that you can give clothes to.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're always the stickler and only get a few items, and
Yeah.
then you see all the items we get, and it's just like I probably should have got some more.
Yeah.
I got a couple things for you then. Yeah.
Yeah, just get a little bit more this year.
Those
I
pants?
mean,
Nope.
I just
Not
can't.
the
I can't wait for everyone to see it. So thanks to Player. Can't wait for that. We're also members of the Callaway team, and on that note, this time next week, we'll have been fit for AI Smoke and our new clubs this year. So we're heading down Highway 1 to the First Tee Indoor Golf Center in Regina to do our fitting and a live pod this upcoming week. So big thanks to Duff and G-Mac, good friend of the pod. I think it was, what would that have been? It was before you, Canoop, so it was the first Christmas episode we did our like unofficial greenies with him, or
Yeah,
it was like
we
our
did.
recap year.
Yep.
That's right.
Really?
So G-Mac was
Yeah.
on that episode. It would have been episode like 45 or 50, somewhere in there, because we started in February, so late 40s. So G-Mac's hopping onto the pod for the first time in 3 or 4 years. Yeah, so very excited about that. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have Duff on the pod talking about Callaway. We're going to have G-Mac talking about things he's doing at First Tee. So going to be a great episode next week.
Maybe we could.
I'm excited to
Maybe I
listen.
could come up with like some kind of like trivia or something for them to battle it out. Duff and
Oh
G-Mac.
yeah, that's a really good
Drive
idea.
screen trivia.
Ooh.
See how much they listen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I don't know if we want that.
Couple.
What are our
offers.
names?
Real names first and last, please.
Well, everybody
Yeah.
knows Corey.
yeah. So
Everyone.
Yeah, but can they spell it right?
yeah.
Gotta put that K. Gotta.
Yeah.
That's right.
So yeah,
And
very
the E.
excited for that. And lastly, I'm not having any Churchills tonight. I can't put any more in my body. Had a bunch of mowers yesterday for the Super Bowl. Maybe overindulged. We'll get to that in booze count. I don't know if a rule was broken or not. We'll talk about it. But
Probably was.
I would guarantee that it was.
but there's certain spots, like we said, where you can, freebies along the way.
We did?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
talked
said
about. We
that.
talked
I mean, you're
about
making
Phoenix.
rules up this entire time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what does it matter?
Yeah, we'll talk about it. So yeah, let's get
Thanks
into
to Churchill.
Let's get into this. I'll go.
I'm going first.
Yeah, I'm going last because we're going to talk about Super Bowl my week, obviously, and then we'll just parlay it right into Nick Taylor.
Yeah, I got nothing to report this week.
Nice.
Might be shorter than my week a couple weeks ago. No hockey for me. Barely any kids hockey. Had a workouting at a local watering hole.
For a
And,
second.
Oh,
I
I
thought
thought
you said workout, too.
yeah.
No, I didn't work out.
No, I still have
It's
one
it's
for the
too-
year.
I worked out my arm lifting beers into my mouth.
Counts.
Big schooners. That was it. My only thing I wanted to mention was we are doing the SAS bracket again this year.
Oh yes, thank you. I
Um,
meant to bring that up in the
coming
intro.
up in March again, so we're getting close. We're like 2 weeks away.
Yep.
We're gonna throw it out on social media. Should we tell them what it is?
I think you should. I think
Yeah,
for the
why not?
listeners get to hear it first.
Okay.
This year's bracket, so we've done best course twice, best par 3, best hole. This
Yeah.
is the 5th edition of the bracket. So we thought, how are we going to switch it up? And it's your baby, so you talk about it.
Yeah, so this year we're going with actually 2 themes, one on each side of the bracket. One side is the best opening hole in the province, and the other side is the best closing hole in the province. So
Yeah,
we're going
so
to battle off against each other, and then the winners will meet in the final. And
Best opener
Okay.
versus best closer.
yeah,
Obviously, there's a bunch that stick out right away, but you've done a
I mean,
lot
so
of
there's
work.
technically going to be 2 winners. One like
Yeah.
you're going to have a best
that's a good
opener
point.
and a
Yeah.
best closer, and
Yep.
then whichever hole's better between the 2, I guess. But
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now that being said, what do you think? What do you prefer in a course? A great opening hole or a great closing hole? Like,
Uh,
what's your preferred?
well, the closing one obviously leaves the impression when you leave the
Okay.
course. So
yeah,
to me, that it's more important to have a good closing hole than opening. But
I agree. 'Cause
I'm
Go
the
ahead.
exact opposite.
really, because
Yeah.
I'm the same as you, right? Typically, that first hole is kind of.
you just want to
Usually
get your
rushed.
feet
Yeah,
wet.
It's usually rushed.
You're rushed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rush. That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yes, rush.
I'll never rush.
Getting your feet wet, right? It's just a handshake. Well,
Yeah.
hey, get out here, hit
You
a couple
typically
shots.
want it to be a little easier hole.
Yeah,
You don't want to be
exactly.
the number one
That's
ranked
right.
hardest
and
hole in
18,
the
it's whatever.
course.
You make it a nice hole, make it a tough hole. It doesn't matter. It's the end of the round.
Sometimes I think by the way that the round went, the closing hole you might have already checked out by then.
Yeah, that's true. That's
See,
another
for
good point.
For me, I would rather it be a nice to look at opening hole.
But easy.
Not necessarily easy, but like it's the first hole. You're up there. It's got to be nice. Whereas for a closing hole, I'd rather it be not necessarily hard, but something that makes like you're coming down on 18. It means something if you're playing
Yeah.
a match or
Yeah.
something like that. Where
You'll
Yeah.
remember it.
the first
Yeah.
hole, like Kenosi comes to mind, like that tee
I
shot.
I was literally going to say Kenosi for opener and Warman for
Right,
closing. Like,
exactly. Like you got a risk reward maybe on 18, something like that. Kenosi,
Yeah.
yeah, it's shorter, but
Just
you can
at the
go for
top.
the green, but it's still elevated tee box, water up the right. Like
Yeah.
it's nice to look at. Like I think
It's pretty rare to have a flashy, signature hole as your first hole, though.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
a lot of them can be last hole, but
So I think it's going to be very good. I know you've done a ton of work looking up and researching, so I think we're going to throw it. You mentioned on social media, we're going to throw it out. Maybe we missed something.
We got a
so-
couple borderline, on the bubble holes right now. So if
Yeah, if
somebody
anyone
puts out
has
a
one
good
that we
suggestion,
missed.
yeah.
here's the thing though: are we just leaving it open and like Because, I mean, people are just going to say ones we already got.
Oh, no, I'm vetting it for sure.
No, but
No,
I
I know,
don't
but
think
I
you
just
say
mean-
what you have. I don't
Oh.
think you say. Yeah, it's just like you have your list, and maybe you'll get some that get replaced by what others say to you.
Yeah, we're
But
not
it might already
showing
be
them
in
what
there.
we have
Yeah, yeah.
already.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Just give us like
Give us a
20 people
suggestion,
might
yeah.
say, yeah, 18 at Warman.
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, we got that one written down.
Yeah. 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 So, but that's what I mean is it's going to be it's a different way of doing this. Obviously, you can't just go best course all the time, and we've tried to change it up a little bit. So, I think you come up with a really good idea this year, and
And keep
I'm
it
excited
within
to see.
Saskatchewan, too. So
So
I think going forward, like, this is a good one. And then going forward, we just have, like, the best 8th hole in the province.
yeah, 8th versus 9th next
Yeah.
year.
Like, why not?
yeah, just start at 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 next year.
Exactly. I mean, we know which one wins that, so we probably don't have to do it. But I mean, you guys have set me up for
It'll
that.
be-
I'll take it all
It'll
day.
be Cinderella story as a 16 seed to go.
16 seed.
But yeah, so that's gonna start
Do you
here real
guys
soon.
do you guys prefer a par 4 or a par 5 as an opening hole? Obviously, par 3 as an opening hole is not a thing.
It's not great. I mean, it sucks because you're talking about easy and stuff. Like Willow Bunch comes to mind. That,
Yeah.
that par 3 surrounded by all the trees.
Oy.
But it is tough to have.
I haven't
And
been
Hillcrest has 18 par 3.
Kenosi
Not
also
good.
has a finishing par 3
Yeah.
And Elkridge.
on one of the 9s. Yep.
So
5 is fine. Most people don't practice or not practice, but warm up before. Give them a 5. I like a 5 as an opener.
Yep.
I
Me
do.
too.
I do
Yeah.
agree with that. Yeah. So we're gonna find out here real soon. Do you have any boost count?
Yeah. So it was a little bit.
Boy.
It wasn't that bad actually.
Didn't you say it was going to be low this week?
I've been saying that for the last couple weeks. That's why
Yeah.
I'm drinking
Oh.
water tonight.
All 13s and 14s.
No,
was
up to 18 this week. So
Offset your 10 this week.
nah. Yeah.
Well, we're going to
Depends how
first
many
tee.
hockey games I go to.
Harv's-
First tee to.
Well, Harv's certainly driving, so you're
Right.
gonna drive on Sunday,
I
obviously.
can,
yeah.
well,
Well, he's not drinking.
not sure we're getting pinned on a Sunday, but.
I don't know.
It's a holiday Monday.
Holiday.
Oh
Monday,
right.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we are.
Are we drinking?
Right.
Are we
Okay, so I might have to get. Yeah. Anyways, 18 this week, 84 and 42. So if you're a math guy, you kind of can figure that
See
one
where
out
this
right
is
there.
going.
Sub 500, he said.
Yikes.
Oh,
You
boy.
might have 500 before golf season starts.
Just whatever. Live your life.
Live
It's
your
fine.
life.
I know.
Yep.
It was
I'm gonna
just a
go
goal.
next year because my weeks actually I got nothing. I have no kids hockey, nothing really. The only thing I want to say is like we don't use daycare because our daycare closed down. And
Yeah.
it's been real smooth just with like my wife's work schedule and my parents being around. Well, my wife's switching jobs, so now she's working every day in training. And my parents just decided like last week to just go on a trip for 2 weeks. So like I was fucked last week with looking after kids because my son only goes to school three days a week every 2 weeks. Like he was
A lot of
off.
father-son
He was
time.
off 3 days last week and like no daycare. So it's like he came with me on a work trip one day. He just sat in the car and watched his tablet.
That's sweet.
Well, you had a
So we love
meeting.
that.
Yeah.
So it just messed me up. It's
Did
just
you
the
take him out
worst.
for lunch?
Oh yeah, you got I don't know, Burger King or something.
So
like that.
basically, you lived like a normal life for a little while.
Oh, I don't know. Is that what people do?
Yes.
I don't like it.
That's terrible. Is that's what people live their lives? Holy shit!
Well, what's next week? The kids are off school too.
My wife has a break, and
Oh,
No.
and my parents are back.
Your
so
wife
it's
has a break or you have a break?
well, I'm going to Regina for the week for meetings, but yeah, I had 0 drinks, so I was trying to look for a new conspiracy theory to bring up, but
Nothing.
Nothing.
Hey.
couldn't
eh?
find any good ones.
Any
so.
good algos?
Not really this
Nothing.
week.
I literally cannot shake these damn C reels. Like
Oh,
I can't get away from them.
So 42 drinks on the year still.
you'll have to.
so.
Mine's all food. Now.
Food?
Yeah, I got a lot of
Yeah,
food in
like
mine.
No.
recipes and they're
I
good.
got
Lots are good.
actually I do have one. I've got a lot of like free solo rock climbing in there now.
Oh, that'd be so.
So a
hard.
lot of rock climbing. I don't know
Mhm.
why I saw it. Maybe it's because I watched that. Did you see Jared Leto got a special permit to climb the Empire State Building? Jared Leto, the actor.
Really?
The
he
singer, you
climbed-
mean?
Oh yeah, singer. Yeah, 30 Seconds to Mars.
I didn't see
Um,
it. No.
Yeah, he got a special permit. He's the only person to ever climb the Empire State Building. He got like a permit to do it. Wasn't free solo. He was rigged up, but he climbed it. Thought it was wild.
I don't understand how strong those people are. Like,
Can
there's
you imagine
there's
those
some of
free solo guys going
Yeah.
up buildings and
They
cliffs?
they're doing like pull-ups with one finger on ledges or whatever it is,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Why would you ever want to do that enough
Yeah.
to get that good?
Like
Yeah, I don't
so
know.
rock climbing. Rock
they want to
climbing
get
is
away from their kids?
Yeah. So rock climbing's
Mhm.
crazy in that you're obviously climbing up a mountain, which is significantly taller than a building. But I saw a really good comment on one of them because I was watching it, and these guys climbing these glass buildings, right? And so they're in all the slats or whatever. And someone put, "You're basically hoping that the one window that you climb, the guy just happened to put it in right."
Mm-hmm.
Because if any type of those screws are loose or anything, like the window's obviously not going to blow off, but weight on it.
Yeah.
Like imagine if you're just
Yeah.
climbing that and all of a sudden one just like, let's go.
Oh, there's so many. Like those guys that jump from building to building.
like the
Parkour.
parkour.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, wild. So
I
those,
do like watching the parkour fails, though.
Deaths.
where
you
they
mean?
just get folded over
Yeah.
railings.
Yeah, where they don't quite make it. Or when people try and like jump into pools from like a roof or something.
Oh no, I hate those.
I can't stand those.
You ate them? They
Yeah.
are
They
hilarious.
They make me like
you shouldn't do that.
yeah.
Like don't do that.
Like the ones where they
You're right.
fall.
Yeah.
They hit the side.
They hit
yeah.
the side or
Yeah. I'm not a big injury guy. Like
No.
Yeah.
I like watching ridiculousness every now and then, but as soon as there's some injury ones, I'm like, no, I gotta change channel.
It's the workout injury ones that give
No,
me the
no,
biggest.
I would
heebie,
not.
like-
Oh, where arms just break.
no.
Yes.
The skateboarding and or rollerblading ones are the worst. Where they
Yeah,
like
bend
catch
their
a
arms
rock
back,
and
yeah.
like go face first into
Scorpions
Yeah.
all day. Yeah.
something. They bad.
Nothing worse than a good scorpion.
Who's next for
yeah,
week?
still
Oh,
talking.
Canoop, I guess.
Much like you two, not a ton happened. Wife and kid not feeling well. Our billet's also sick, so it's been a pretty low key in our house lately. But we did. I did end up installing 2 new light fixtures in our house.
You and your lights. Here we go again.
Every week.
And then and then my wife did some
Projects.
painting on this one little side wall thing, whatever. It looks good. But I know I asked you guys this. Her and I, every time we install a light, which seems like once a month,
Yep, maybe
Um,
more.
we argue over what color light bulbs we want to get.
Oh yes, we did have this.
I told you guys about it. The warm, what is it? Warm light, warm daylight, whatever the fuck it is.
They're all in
and then
K,
daylight.
Kelvin.
Yes.
Yes.
She likes the like yellow
Yep.
stuff, and I just
Yep.
cannot stand. I don't want the super
gets
white.
it.
I need somewhere right in the middle.
So it truly
Mm.
for me depends on the space.
Mm.
Those cool whites are meant for bathrooms. Like to have
Yeah, but-
cool white in
yeah.
unless your kitchen is white, then you could throw a cool white in there. But I'm more of a warm. Warm's meant
Yeah.
to just like be that warm, just like lights on,
See,
not bright spotlights
so
everywhere.
that was one of the lights that we did was over top of the dining room table.
Yeah, gotta be
Warm.
yellow. Yeah.
It should have
What?
a dimmer on it too.
Warm.
Dimmer.
I
So-
want to see
so-
like my actual colors of my food.
Well,
What?
like you
Yes,
can't,
I don't
it's
want
like
it to
you
be
can't use his
tinted from the
eyes.
light. I don't want the light to change the colors.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
You must hate restaurants.
So they
I never think about it
you
actually.
must
I don't know.
hate restaurants.
But it's in my
Um,
own house. It's different, I think. I don't
So
know.
with that said, we put in pot lights in our house just recently, and the pot lights now have an actual switch on them. You can change them, so you
Oh.
can reach up. Like you can just take. They have like the little clip light now, and then you know how they have the little junction box that they come with, pot lights.
Yeah.
So they have a little junction box. You can. It actually has a switch on it now. You can pick any of those 5. So we actually tested it out. Like
5. You have
there's
5 options.
5 options. Yeah,
Oh,
we're going
man.
right from whatever
Wow.
1800
Look
right
at
up
the
to 6,000.
advancements in household lighting.
Interesting.
So
I
there's
just
all
want those lights from like Prince Albert gas stations where you can't find your veins just all over.
So to that point, when I say there's switches on the pot lights, I'm pretty sure you can get like actual lights where you just on an app can change the
Yes,
color.
I think that's what I thought you were going to say. But
No, but this one's in the box. Not quite that advanced. I
Yeah.
wasn't going to pay $100
There's too many
a light.
apps
Yeah.
for things.
Yeah.
you're,
Yeah,
there's
there
too
is.
you are
many.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how far away for you for an app to just like flush your toilet?
You
from,
can
like, the
control
other side of the
everything,
world?
yeah.
You can probably do that.
You
Well,
can
you can
start your
flush toilets.
stove now with
Yep.
them. You can do anything.
Laundry.
The world sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
14 drinks on the weeks, so 62 on the year.
Nice.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll do my week leading up into the Super Bowl. I had the perfect storm of booze count this week where I didn't have any hockey. So I had a drink last week on the pod, which I include in this week's total. So I had one drink last week at the pod, and then I got sick Tuesday through Thursday and didn't have any hockey. So no beers there, sick. Didn't really want any beers at home. Friday was now the anxiety from Super Bowl was starting to build up. There was a Warrior game, so I had a beer that was Friday Warrior game? No, there was a Warrior game last week, but I didn't have a drink at it because I was sick. Actually, now to come to think of it. But anyway, so I didn't have a single. I was thinking of the week before when there was a Warrior game.
Yeah, I don't know.
But anyway,
no,
so I
it
was
wasn't
sick
Friday.
all week, and then anxiety hit me hard on Friday. Friday was just like I had a conversation with someone about the football game, and then it hit me, and I could not shake it until yesterday. Like
Why were you
Saturday.
so nervous? They already have two Super
know.
Bowls in the last
Well,
fucking 5 years.
Well, I said it last week on the pod. I said, like, I kind of didn't care as much as in the past, but you can only say that for so long until you realize how many more of these are you going to get to.
Yep.
So you got to,
Oh,
if
they're
you're
getting
there,
them
you got to
anymore,
win it. If you're
but-
there, you got to win it. And so
Wow.
Saturday, I saw some more people. They're like, are you nervous for the game? I'm like, well, now I am. And then just conversation after conversation, just elevated to the point yesterday that I literally drove around Moose Jaw for like an hour with the Kansas City Chiefs war chant on. Just driving through half of this city with that song. And it's only a minute long. So it's just like repeat over and over. Oh, and then I went home and just like my wife wanted to have a party, so we cleaned up for most of the day, killed a ton of time. I lost my work computer, so I had to find that. Spent 45 minutes looking for it. It was in the garage. Obviously not in the house. That's
you
why I
guys
didn't
did a
find
good
it.
job cleaning up, and then it was a disaster when everybody left. So apologies for that.
Yeah, it's all right. It's happy to have you there. So then the Chiefs officially became a dynasty after that. We 3 Super Bowls in 6 years. Pat Mahomes is well on his way to the best ever. He's just got to find a way to win. 4 more? Tom have 7?
6.
Yeah.
6? No, I think he's got 7, doesn't he?
Isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's 6.
Fun fact: after Brady won his 3rd one, he went 9 years without winning another one.
Yeah. Yeah. See, so that's why we needed it.
But this was the year the Chiefs were not supposed to win.
Yeah,
Like they
It's
were
a-
fucking terrible.
The worst offense they will have.
probably
for a while.
They looked like the worst team in the world on Christmas Day
Yes, it was awful.
against the Raiders. There.
Yes, it was terrible. And
They had no
Just gotta
business winning the
face some
Super Bowl this year.
adversity.
yeah,
Everyone knows.
I
Plus the script, Taylor,
There's-
and all that.
yeah.
I'll get it.
There
I'll
is
get
a
into
pile-
that. I got a
pile of
top
stats.
5.
Pile of
About the
stats.
Super Bowl.
Whoa!
Wow. Okay.
Let's go.
I'll
Nice.
kind of breeze through this then. Are you gonna bring it out like right away?
Oh,
Yeah.
it has to.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Super Bowl related.
Must.
But yeah, Mahomes is the first quarterback ever with the highest cap hit on his team to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So that's also goes to show
Oh.
a guy.
Yeah.
Normally, when you sign a super contract, you debilitate your team.
Yeah.
And remember, Tom had to restructure his so many times, and
Yeah, he
luckily he
took
has a
less, yeah.
famous wife, so that was all that talk there. It's like, well, Giselle makes enough; they don't need to make enough.
What do you
So-
mean? Brittany was just cover model of Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, that's
She'll
true.
be making money now.
Yeah,
That bankrupt business.
yeah.
That was AI. That got Canute for sure.
That's good. So yeah, it's
Like,
I'm
what was the biggest break that the Chiefs got in that game? Because I got about 5, I think.
Well, don't ruin the top 5.
Oh,
here.
okay,
it's
top
that's
five
it. Then all the
breaks.
way.
It ain't it, but they're in there.
It has to be the missed extra point because how many times
Yeah.
does that happen in a year?
it probably was. Yeah.
That
More
punt
than
that
you
hits
think.
the guy's
They could have it
leg.
quite a bit.
The punt hits the guy's leg, and then Ray McLeod's like, "Oh shit, it hit his leg," and then he just tries to pick it up, and is just like, "No, take it." Like you have to just dive on that ball there.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why
he
try
tried
to pick it up
yeah.
and run
As-
for a yard?
I mean, we've talked about this a million times, but like as good as NFL athletes are, they do not spend enough time picking up
Picking up
balls
balls.
off the
Yeah.
ground.
The only
they-
time they ever pick it up clean is when it gets that lucky bounce
Yep.
and it just pops
Yeah.
right up to
And
him.
apparently, they don't spend enough time reading overtime rules before the game.
Yeah,
'Cause
that
the
So-
Niners didn't even know what the rules were.
Well, and remember how I was yelling like crazy at the TV, take a timeout, take a timeout?
Yes.
And you said, or someone said after that, Romo explained it on the telecast.
I did, yeah.
So I watched the game again today, and sure enough, in the moment where I was screaming at the top of my lungs
Yes.
to take a timeout, he said,
I
it.
know.
He's like, yeah, this is just a quarter.
Yes,
But why do they even have a time then?
Yeah.
What's the point of
because
having time?
because apparently if it gets all the way to to
They'll switch sides.
halftime, they have a whole halftime in overtime.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
And they
it's
switch
just-
sides after the first quarter too.
Yeah, so I guess
Yeah,
that
so
would
that's
be one.
why.
Yeah,
A whole halftime again.
Another maybe Usher comes back out.
Redeem himself.
I
maybe.
loved it. I thought it was great.
to have a
I
shower.
loved it.
Yeah, but
Let's
you
stop,
have a
let's stop
shower.
ruining my
He was
top
so
5 here.
he was so out of breath. But yeah, it was.
But Shanahan abandoning the run for those first 2 drives of the third
He
quarter
overthought it. For
was
sure.
yeah,
their Achilles heel.
yeah, and as much as I saw some tweets today, obviously just going through Twitter for hours on end, just watching cool highlights and stuff. Bill Barnwell from wherever he works now, showed like pictures of third quarter Chiefs defenses, and it was like 8 in the box nonstop. So Shanahan was probably just like, well, I guess we're not going to run against that. And it worked. Spags dared him to pass. He did, and they didn't get first downs. So, but you'd like to think that running McCaffrey 3 times,
Well, you
even
can
with 8
run
in the box-
behind Williams and Jusic and
Yeah.
pick up yardage anyways.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter how many guys are in the box.
Yeah.
3 every time. You just need 4 one of the times.
Yeah, so
It's like,
Basic math.
that's simple. It's that simple of a game.
Yeah.
yes.
Well,
So-
yeah, I was going to congratulate you, but I can't. It's
that's fair.
a third one, like the first one, sure.
Yeah.
Second one, well, sure, fine.
Yeah.
But any- 3? Get fucked.
Yeah. So with that said, I had 1 beer at the pod last week. I think I had 13 yesterday.
So you
That
had
was
some
just like-
Friday too, you said.
No, I thought the Warrior game was Friday. But
Yeah, it was on the road.
no, Saturday. Yeah, Friday, Saturday they played on the road. So I was thinking of a Warrior
In
game
red
this week,
beer.
but yeah, no, I did not have any. So 14. So I'm at 73 now.
So what was the thing at the
Excuse.
start? Like, how could you have 13 yesterday?
Well, I
'Cause you
just
just
said
broke the rule.
I think I broke my rule. Yeah.
You think?
Yeah.
I just doubled it.
So me thinks I was right. And I
boy.
broke
Stayed
it.
up
Yeah.
till midnight, so it counts. He gets to spread it across.
No, I didn't. I went to bed at 11:30.
Yikes.
So so the whole thing's over now.
Out the window.
Well, no,
Living
I'm
his
still
life
I'm
again.
still keeping it. I'm just trying. I'm gonna keep count how many times in brackets on my booze count I have in brackets 1. And that's
There's-
how many times I've broken the rule.
There's no way you have less than 6 on Sunday.
No, I have 6 pints.
Yeah, we won't be
Okay.
drinking that much, I don't think.
Oh, you could. Why not? Hey,
All right,
you want
let's
this
hear-
top 5?
Let's hear it. I
Yeah,
want to
let's
know.
hear it. Yeah, I want to hear.
So, the last one I did. So this is top 5 or maybe bottom 5 worst or cringy moments from the Super Bowl yesterday.
it. Okay.
Number 5 is Chiefs winning.
That's 5? Well,
Yeah.
fuck, that's...
Oh, it's a bad moment. Like, yeah, they've got 3 in.
Well, it should be 1
Well,
if I was...
No,
picking.
one's a lock.
Oh, okay.
Number 4 was when Andy Reid just dry humped Chris Jones in the celebration.
Oh, that was something. Did you guys see that?
No.
You
Chris
didn't
Jones.
see
Chris
that?
Jones is
Like,
laying.
he's full on dry humping this guy.
So Chris Jones.
Andy Reid.
Chris
Yikes.
Jones collapses on the ground. He's laying on his back. Andy Reid gives him a couple chest pumps on the ground, and then falls onto him and lays on top, like missionary style, on top of him, just laying there. And then he tries to get up, but he just got a new hip. So,
Oh,
so he
God.
tried-
I thought he was
they
going
had
to
like,
put
help
Jones's
him up.
legs over his shoulder.
It's very weird.
It was something.
Yeah.
Number 3, I mean, just the game script, like
Yeah.
the muff punt, everything, like the fumble early in the first drive, like
I wonder what Greenlaw's reaction was when he saw the script.
Oh
He had
yeah.
to tear his
Yeah,
Achilles
I gotta
running
know.
onto the field. And then his replacement got absolutely cooked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that
that
one
was
was
his
tough.
9
coverage.
for
they
9.
must have gave him quite the bonus to do that.
But that was his coverage
Yeah.
replacement because the guy
Quite.
who actually the run stopping linebacker was has a hyphenated last name. I'm pretty sure because when he first came in, they're like, this guy's now going to have to step up, and then the coverage guy, because Greenlaw just stays on the field the whole
Yeah.
time. They were swapping guys.
Coverage
out.
guy was 9 for 9 targets and completions.
yeah, not
With
good.
a
Roasted,
touchdown.
Yeah.
Number 2, the halftime show. That sucked. It was terrible.
There it is.
I didn't think it was that bad.
I thought it was great.
The last song
Great?
saved it
Yeah.
from
Aw.
being one of the worst ever.
I don't remember, and
The
maybe I
Alicia
just
Keys part?
Yeah, he had the.
She's so
Anytime they have
good.
to bring in a bunch of cameos, it can't be good.
You
Is
know that they need to
dancing,
be
like,
carried.
so
I
that
know,
was
roller
like,
skates. Yeah, what was he doing?
that
Like,
would have been my one critique is there were too many songs. right? Because he played
like,
he
one
played a
line,
couple
yeah.
songs where like it was one line, and some weren't even lines. It was just
I thought it was all
Taylor.
one song.
Oh, man.
But
They
the
all
roller,
are the
but
same.
when he has
Say,
the when
start
he,
listening to some new music. Stop listening to music in the 80s, okay?
Oh, man.
That's not new. It's from like the early 2000s.
I know.
25
04.
years
That album, most of that album they
20
played was
years
from
old.
04,
That's new
which is
music.
insane.
People call those oldies.
yeah, but they like when he came out in the roller skates, he's just like trying to do dance moves with the roller skates, and then he goes between what's his face's legs there with the roller skates. It was just like, what is going on here? He didn't stick it either. He kind of like fell as he went between his legs. Oh man, I watched it again today.
I just found out that guy, that really short guy that was wearing shorts in his tuxedo, was not CeeLo Green.
No.
No,
course
that
it
was
wasn't.
Black
I
Eyed
thought-
Peas.
no.
Will I Am.
No, it was.
No, that was Jermaine Dupri.
yeah.
I thought it was
Oh, the other
CeeLo.
guy, yeah.
Yeah.
CeeLo.
I was like, this guy's still alive? What?
I mean, he is. but-
Niles
I don't
Barkley.
know.
What's it called when you're like, what's that called? Like discrimination for short people. Yeah. Oh, you almost did.
You almost got it.
Oh, I could have used that. And number one is just anything Taylor Swift. Like, it is ridiculous.
What about Blake Lively? Didn't she save it?
That was the one time they panned to her that it wasn't just completely
I
ridiculous.
was looking
I got a
for
kick
it
out
every
of
time.
I got a kick out of Ice Spice being there and constantly showing pictures or clips of people trying to explain to
Yeah,
her
she
the
didn't
rules.
know what the fuck was going
Oh,
on.
did you see the conspiracy that she was casting spells? And like with her upside down cross or whatever that she kept showing off.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
She was casting spells. That's what I saw a thing on today.
The moment I was pretty sure that it was all scripted, but the moment I knew for sure it was after Kelsey's big long gain at the end of the game there, where they got to like the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It went instantly to Swift, and it was just like queued up so perfectly that it was just like absolutely
Yeah,
orchestrated.
she knew.
Yeah.
Orchestrated.
Well, what about Kelsey's tirade at Andy Reid?
Yeah, that should have been made the top 5.
And how about Andy taking all of the blame there? He's like, well, he didn't really hit me that hard, but my new hip, I was just off balance, and he caught me at
looked
the
like
right time.
Jason Kelsey there.
yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Like he's packing on a few now. He's got a main squeeze.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess, but-
Jason Kelsey
It's a good list, Harv.
yet again might be the winner of the weekend.
I don't understand. Why is he at the the team celebration?
Well, that's just
Yeah.
family on the field.
No,
That's-
but like the partying after, like
Families are there. It's just because
families,
he's
like,
famous.
it should be
He's famous, so he was there.
Was
should
Jackson
just be
there?
the team.
Jackson's not allowed
like
out anymore.
I don't get. I'm not all about that cheering for another team like that, even though it's your own brother. Like J.J. Watt cheering for the Steelers because TJ's on it makes sense because he's retired.
Yeah, but isn't
Jason Kelsey's still
retired-
on. No, he's still on the
retiring?
Eagles.
right now? But maybe he knows
Like
he's done.
Like when, as much as it pains me to say, like Brady Tkachuk cheering for Matt Tkachuk in the playoffs.
Yes,
I didn't like that either.
that's stupid. They're
Really?
in the same conference too.
Same
I got no
division.
problem.
Same
your
division.
if your team's out, what are you going to do?
Exactly.
You're just not going to cheer for your family, and just because the camera finds
Correct.
you?
Yeah,
Okay. That's fair. If
correct.
if you believe it, you believe
Would
it.
you
I guess.
cheer for your little brother? I don't think so.
Well, when I was, yeah.
If
we were on
you're both in
different
the,
teams. If we were both
in
still
the
alive,
NFL or
yes.
the CFL for whatever, playing against each other, you'd cheer for them.
If I was eliminated, yes. So like last year,
What
last
if they
year for the
eliminated
Kelceys,
you?
I'd be Kelsey last year, just a bigger man. Said congrats, you celebrate, and he went into the locker room and probably cried for a while.
Oh
Didn't
yeah.
win, yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
anyway, let's talk about the Phoenix Open too, because
we
lost
probably should.
lost in all of this hoopla of the Super Bowl. Nick Taylor put on an unbelievable performance.
I missed
and
the
won.
first half of the Super Bowl, which was the forgettable half.
Yes,
obviously.
it did. It did
Worked
line
out
up
well.
well that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was, like you say, we were watching just as much of Nick Taylor.
Well, you weren't, but
Well, I was peeking over my shoulder in between plays.
I was telling you when the putts were about to
Yeah.
happen.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay, look.
Yeah. So,
Fourth win
Fourth
already.
win.
Like I commented on one of the Monday Q tweets today about how just his career path, and I just said it's kind of similar to Max Homa's. Just a
Yeah.
journeyman that finally figured out how to win, and then all of a sudden he's piling up wins.
Is he
and
the
he
second
got
best
4
Canadian
wins
now?
already.
second best?
Well, he's not going to be the best
Oh, ever, you mean?
ever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he's certainly the best right now.
Oh, absolutely. But ever already.
I think he is, yeah.
I mean, I think Ames has 4 wins too, but one's the players.
Right. But the
Canadian
Canadian
Open, I think, is more important to a Canadian than the players.
to a
We kinda
Canadian,
talked
but
about
it's
this.
not a bigger tournament.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't translate like
For-
that.
for the
but
rest- Resume,
They're
it's not
close, is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
very one more win and it's no brainer. But
Yeah.
he's just like
Plus,
the
I
way
like him more.
the way he goes about it too. Yeah, he's such a likable guy.
Hates
Just like,
snakes.
Yeah.
Hate snakes.
Ho hum just goes about his business. Was absolute throwing darts nonstop, draining putts. Like his game was on.
It was.
Yeah, like
He's 110 this week. 110 to 1. His odds stink this
Yeah,
week.
it's tough to go back to back.
It
though.
is,
but
but
limited
he-
field.
like,
you're celebrating when
we've
he
talked
was
about a little bit.
71st last week. Like,
Yeah, but we've talked
yeah.
about it a little bit. Like we've seen Keegan Bradley, Wyndham Clark, right? These guys are all winning, but they're 110. Wyndham was what, 85?
you can't have
last
every
week.
guy 30 to 1.
No, I know,
That's
but
why it's the year of
some
the
guys you
underdog.
can.
Yeah.
Tom Kim, when was the last time he won? He's 40 to 1.
Yeah.
Tom
Right, you
Kim
like-
stuff is weird this year. Like the odds that he's getting.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. But you have, I mean, Scotty's probably a bad example, but 7 to 1. He was 5 to 1 last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, he was right up there.
I know, but like those
he
odds
could
are
have won
insane.
if he didn't lip those 2 putts out.
Yeah,
Those are like peak Tiger numbers when he was winning multiple times a year, tens of times a year.
Yeah, we touched
Right?
on the putting. Obviously, the putt on 18 to force the playoff.
The putt on
Like-
16 before that.
Yeah, that was big too. And then
Yes.
obviously those 2 on the playoff holes. That,
Yeah.
especially because he came out and said he's that hole's kind of mentally fucked him for the past few years, and he played it well this week. Especially
Sorry,
on
which
Sunday.
hole? 16?
18.
18.
So to make 3
bird
birdies in
threes.
3
Yeah,
times is
like,
pretty.
that's-
I always
Insane.
enjoy watching 17 on Sunday at that
The
time.
drive
Yeah,
hole.
back
yeah,
pin.
Yes, because that back pin is so hard. Like he
Yeah.
barely hit that, and he had what, a 15, 18 footer, and it just it goes right by the hole.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, I love watching that hole on
Uh,
Sundays.
Can't be overlooked how well he scrambled early in that round yesterday.
Well, yeah, and he
Yeah.
said the quick turnaround probably hurt him, and he started off not so
Yeah.
great in round 4. And
Hole 2, he had 57 yards in on his third shot, and he hits it to 8 feet and makes par there. Hole 3, he has a penalty. He gets up and down from a bunker from 125 out, hits it to 2 feet. Like, if he bogeys even one of those 2 holes,
Yeah.
he probably goes into like, oh, I probably can't win this thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
But you just keep the momentum. You don't make a bogey. You just make those pars. and-
the only good Crystal Trophy on tour he
Kachina.
got to win. And then, I mean, the playoff with Charlie Hoffman. Charlie Hoffman his calendar must all be fucked up, eh? For him to play good on the weekend and
Yeah,
shitty
no.
rounds 1 and 2. But
But he does excel here. Waste management. He's been a waste management guy for years.
Yep.
Wearing green, waste management green forever, and it just seems like this is the tournament that he loves playing in.
wearing that shark shirt, too.
Mm-hmm.
Sure what that
That's
was all about. But
nuts. But he's
We know
been
where he's
shark
going.
forever.
he played himself into the Genesis this week, too.
yes, he
Did
did.
he?
Had to
Tiger-
change his plans.
Tiger
Change his
told
holiday
him
or something.
Tiger told him no to the exemption. So then he's like, "Oh, I'll just play my way in." He did it.
Oh, he
He's
said
supposed
that?
to go
Like-
skiing this week.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Let's get to the tournament itself.
Oh.
Complete joke.
I was like, weren't we already talking
mean,
about the
the-
tournament?
The tournament as a whole. This
the
is
beer cans-
too much.
Was the beer cans last year? Or the year
Last
before?
year they
yeah.
threw it.
And then now it's like, okay, they might now have to dial it back.
Like those.
How do you dial it
videos-
back, though?
I don't. Less people.
Less
people.
people.
Less
Because they ran into
Don't
that
let
issue
them line
Saturday.
up like that, where they're just essentially tailgating from like 4 a.m. until the
Yeah.
doors open.
Yeah.
Like,
Because they cut off booze Saturday, right? And then they wouldn't even let new people in,
Yeah.
right? So that 200,000 or whatever they boast in that single day is too fucking.
But
many
I say this
people.
about everything
it
in
is.
life. 1% of the population is going to wreck it for everybody else. 1% of cops are
I mean,
bad
There
cops
is
and
way
they wreck
more
it.
than 1%.
Well, I don't know
this
if it
week.
is. With that many people there, it's 1% that are really, really stupid.
And
Was that
s- well, yeah.
200?
the rain didn't
like
help
that.
It's way
either.
more than
That it was so wet
2,000.
and
That's a
muddy
lot.
Yeah.
and whatnot. And like, but I mean, those lines that they show for like bathrooms and stuff, people are just pissing in the lineup. And
Well, did you see that one highlight of that guy who was just on his knees,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
pissing? Like, he
Yeah.
wasn't even behind a tree. He was
no,
just
just
on
in like
the side
the
of the hill.
sand pile that they used to. get the water away. But
I mean, we piss
That
on
one
golf
guy-
courses all the time.
yeah,
Not in
not with
public.
200,000 people on it. I'll tell ya.
I think the social media stuff makes it worse, right? Because it's all
Everything's
being taped, and
That
then it
one
gets
guy
put
in the
up,
bay
and-
or in the brown hoodie though, like he had a tough time.
Oh yeah,
Where he was just
he was dicker.
eating it.
Yeah.
Like that was something to see, and like all the women in like their fancy shoes trying to walk on side hills and just slip in and
So what about
fights.
some of the? Yeah. So what about some of the player reactions? Are we getting into that now?
Yeah, we can go right into that. I mean,
Because as far as I'm concerned, if you don't like it, don't play. Like
that's
if you have
fair,
the
too.
option to play a different tournament instead, and you're going to come here and complain, well,
I mean,
you know it's
the
going to be
Zach-
loud.
The
That-
Zach Johnson
yeah.
one, I get. Like, yeah, play a different tournament. You've hated this one. He came out today and said he's hated this tournament for 21 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't play it. But like the Billy Horschel one, as much as I hate Billy Horschel, like you're yelling in that guy's swing. Like
Yeah.
I think he was justified there.
Well, and they say too that the sustained sound is, and this might be why Liv just plays music all the time. Although Rom obviously didn't like it, but the sustained noise
Yeah,
is not
it's-
the issue. It's the abrupt noise in a shot, and that's the issue.
You
is
suck,
I think
you
guys,
jackass.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying that.
Yeah, and I think it's because people just think that you can do whatever you want there. That they're like, oh yeah, we might as well just try to throw guys off,
Yeah.
and it just ruins it.
And I mean, Spieth had that one where someone talked and he dropped his club, and then it ended up being like pin
Yeah.
high, 10 feet away. Like
Yeah,
the big Spieth moment was when he tried to lay up on that par 5 and laid up into the water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's no audio, but we all knew what the conversation was
Oh, yeah.
after.
Couple Michaels.
Like they just got to keep all that crap needs to just stay on 16. Like
Well, that's the
that
thing.
it's
though,
spilling
like,
over into the rest of the tournament can't happen.
well, because they want to go for 16, they can't get there, so they're just like, well, I'm here to get wasted anyway. I'll just go to a different
Wow.
hole.
And
And
get
how
wasted
do you-
without
How do
yelling,
you
but-
limit booze though? Like you can't.
You cannot. No way.
Like
Well, you
it's
just have to
just it is
not
what it is
serve the
now. Like
really drunk
maybe it all of
people,
a
yeah.
sudden becomes a thing where people don't play it, like you said. But and then Ben Ann said it was out of control, and someone replied, he's like, the tournament or your round? And he's just like, both.
Yeah.
But yeah, a couple other ones here. We'll go to Jimmy Hardkay. What a send off!
Oh man, that was so good.
Like his last tournament ever. Going to start a different career in golf still, but
Says
holes
one
out
word
from
for
the
pin.
bunker on 18 Friday to make the cut.
It was just
didn't
crazy
s-
for him, though, when you think of like Hard K, and it's like he got in, Monday queued, and it's just like his last tournament, and you think, okay, well, good story, but more often than not, he's not making too many cuts of late. So it's like, okay, well, he's going to get his last couple in, but then to play, make the cut, and then play well and finish top 40, it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's cool.
53K to go towards the new job is a good
Yeah.
little start. but-
Yes.
So
And then he got time on the broadcast, too.
He's not quitting golf, right? So
No, he's going to work at Ping.
well,
He's
yeah, I
done.
know that, but he's not gonna like quit trying to Monday queue occasionally and like.
Well,
Is he?
maybe.
Well,
He
I
might
don't
be.
know. I don't know how much he's going to keep his game in tune
I
to
guess.
try to Monday.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
might.
that's fair.
I mean,
Or
nothing's
maybe
stopping him, but
maybe he gets feeling it again and tries to come back. Like that's
Yeah.
the beauty of this, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, we talked about Scheffler a bit. Seemed like a bit of a let down for him there. Just a couple missed
Yeah,
putts.
almost
Yeah.
became the
But
first
that's-
guy to win 3 in a row.
That stat
In a long time.
where he's been 27 of 27 for in his last 27 tournaments, he's top 35 in all 27. So
Yeah.
That's insane.
pretty
He has-
wild there.
He has 20 top threes in his last 3 seasons. The next guy has 11, Rory. 20 top threes.
yeah.
Not
well-
a closer.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it
He's
is
got
crazy,
enough wins
like-
in there,
Yeah,
though.
Yeah. But it's funny, like Sunday was the epitome of what his game is like right now.
Yeah.
He's just all over it, and then misses 2 short putts
Yep.
that would have been the turning point.
Well, he was top 3 in strokes gained off the tee and
Everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
like
Except for
50th in putting or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
The last I saw, he was 40th, and that was before. I think that was before the back nine on Sunday. So he had a really bad back nine putting. So he probably would have dropped to the bottom 3 quarters.
And then just the last one I had here, Lucas Glover had to withdraw due to just misreading his text message on when his tee time was.
Yeah.
And he said couldn't do anything but laugh, I guess. And I just thought, yeah, if he didn't laugh, he would cry because he's gonna get the shit kicked out of him when he gets home. So
You
missing
think
that
he was
paycheck.
like doing chores at home or something? Maybe like
She just had the to-do list before you go to Phoenix.
Didn't get it done in time. You're not fucking going.
I gotta get this done. Looking at it, reads the text wrong. Can happen to anyone, I guess. But it was pretty wild that
Set a
happened.
pressure wash the outside windows or something.
Make sure that garage was spotless.
Oh, that's good.
Ace's birthday shots of the week. Etienne Papineau, Canadian, had an ace on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yep.
Birthdays, we got Colin Morikawa, turned 27. Don Cherry got posted in there, turned 90. I don't know why you posted that.
Couldn't believe he was 90 already.
Already?
Wow.
Seems like he's been around forever.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Well, it was a big deal when he got canned, and everyone's like, "Yeah, he's 85. He'll say whatever he wants."
yeah.
Wasn't even that
So
bad.
it's been 5 years since he's been canned? That's something.
I have no idea.
It's-
I'm just
I
saying
think
he was
it's
around
over
there, though.
He was
Yeah,
over
it
80
is about
years
that.
old.
Greg Norman turned 69. And Fluff turned 76. And I think that guy's been 76 for 40 years.
Yeah, see? Him and Don Cherry. They've said that Fluff's walked around the world twice.
Really?
Caddying. Yeah.
That's a fun stat.
That's very cool.
That's a
That is
very
very,
fun
very cool.
stat.
Walked around it twice
Like,
while
you
caddying.
think they figured it out? Or just, like, guess?
Ballpark it?
Average
Yeah,
steps.
ballpark, like
Yeah.
average
No,
steps.
they like did actual math, like rounds
all the
times
rounds.
steps times everything. Yeah.
Well, steps wouldn't matter. It'd just be distance.
It would
Well,
be
distance. Yeah.
twice around the world carrying a golf bag, which
Yeah.
is even
Yeah,
crazier.
which is yeah.
And going strong.
Legend.
Yeah, like you think of it just like
I'll
a
never
general
forget him sitting on that cooler at the Canadian Open in Hamilton,
having a dart.
watching Jim Furyk hit
Making that
flop
mustache
shots.
even more yellow.
Yeah, and like as a human, like we've probably walked around the world once just in everyday life, but the fact that he's done that plus with a golf bag twice around the world.
But
That's pretty cool.
That's just in his job. Think about all
Yeah.
the walking he does
That's what
for
I'm saying.
76 years. He's probably 3 times around the world.
Maybe
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah.
Makes you think. Anyone got shots of the week?
I do. So I'm not going to go with any of Nick Taylor's. I'm going to go with Charlie Hoffman's bunker shot on 18 and what is that, the third hole?
Mm.
I
Third
didn't-
round.
Third round?
No, his third playoff hole.
Second.
Oh, the
There's
second.
only 2 playoff holes.
You're right, second playoff hole.
That
'Cause
lip.
it was very close to the lip, and I wasn't listening to it with the sound on because I was
Mhm.
watching the game. I was like, oh, fuck, there's no way he can get this there.
Nick's
Kind of
got it
sticked
one.
it
Yeah.
right through that long grass and hit a really, really nice shot out of there.
I'm going not the winning putt. I'm going the putt in the first playoff hole.
With the
that-
putter
that
between the legs.
when he walked it in.
Oh, okay.
Nick's-
Putted between
Nick.
the legs was on 18. In regulation.
Yeah. When he walked it in, like it was just like so pure.
Yeah, foot out.
I had 2 here. My main one is I don't know if you guys saw Rom's flop shot, short-sided.
Yep.
In
Didn't see
Vegas
any of
there.
the stuff this week.
Unbelievable. Like, to land it that soft
He was playing Phoenix.
was something else. But the other one was the Max Homa par from the drainage ditch.
Oh yeah,
Where he was in the water and
Yeah.
like hit it out and got up and down.
That was nice.
That was pretty neat.
Harveyan. Last thing about this, why don't
Canadians, I guess.
they run the playoff to 16? I think we talked about this last year on the pod.
Why don't they? Because I think everybody leaves.
Yeah, they'll all be gone, and it's just gonna be. It would be
People
chaos
would
because everyone.
die getting back.
It would be
there.
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
People
Like,
are
some
already
would be
falling off the
I
stadium.
didn't mention that. People falling off the grandstand.
I guess she fell 30 feet.
No, and just fine, just that
Well,
drunk
like,
that she just.
She's going to live, but nothing life-threatening.
Oh, but she is in the hospital.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And didn't you say, so what?
Yeah, I was like, it's not a news. It's not news unless she's dead.
Yikes!
Well, people get hurt all the time.
Sure.
Yeah, people get hit with golf balls.
My leg's hurting right now. Is it pod topics?
Maybe.
Okay, let's go news. I guess should be pretty quick here actually. So the big one that happened right after we podded last week, DraftKings voided all those bets that people made on the Saturday after Pebble Beach there, and everyone just picked who was in the top 10 right now and just parlayed for them all to finish top 10. So people were very upset about that. And then DraftKings changed their wording
Yes, after the fact.
after the fact, but then just said, basically, screw you guys. This is what it is.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of on the fence of that too, because if I would have done it, I would have been mad. But at the same time, it just would have been like, well, this isn't right.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not in their words, but
yeah, but
at
how
the
do you
same
change
time,
it?
Yes.
they should have taken it
They
down.
should have just
in the first
not
place.
paid them and taken it down, but they didn't.
It should have been off the board. No one should have been able to make a single bet because they knew that there was a chance that was going to happen after. Take it off the board. You don't get in that, or have a comprehensive rules list that
Yeah.
encompasses all of that stuff. And they did not.
I
So
can get behind the voiding of it though, as a bettor myself. I can kind of get behind
if
it.
it's in the
is
rules, yes.
But it
the amount of
wasn't.
stuff that they get away with that are house
true
rules
the other way. Yeah.
is, yeah, I don't know.
Like the tackle bets that we've gone through.
Yes.
Yeah. I would
Yeah, I
love
don't know.
those winnings back.
I imagine someone's going to sue him over this, but we'll see.
They are. Yeah, there is.
So
See what
that's kind
happens.
of greasy by DraftKings in my mind, but at the same time, making that bet's kind of greasy. So I guess two greasies make a right. I don't know.
It's within the
It's a
rules.
good motto to go by. Yeah.
Next, I guess Saudi Arabia is threatening to imprison anyone working on the merger if they vote against it or anything like that. So we'll see what comes of that.
Yeah.
I mean, water wet over there. Like they're killing people for less, but getting off easy being imprisoned, I suppose. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Next, Tiger Woods is playing Riviera this week, if you guys hadn't heard.
Yep.
Michael Kim sent out a tweet saying, did he give himself a sponsor's exemption? And the answer is yes, he did. He is
Right.
in this tournament 100% on sponsor's exemption.
Yeah.
How else would he be in it?
Wow.
I do.
Maybe he should just host.
I know Knoop's
Oh.
going to get to it, but it would be somewhat funny though, because this does have a cut. It's a limited field event with a cut. If he missed the cut,
Well, he's probably going to miss the cut.
I think he misses the cut.
be cool if he didn't. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
And
Anyway.
then I think he was supposed to launch his clothing line today, but I didn't see
He
anything.
did. It was late this afternoon.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
And he also has a new caddy. Lance Bennett is Tiger Woods' new caddy.
Does he have a job recently? I did see that Kuchar had a photo. with
Kuchar,
him, but
then he's one of the 10 million that's been on Sung Jae Im's bag.
yep. Couldn't work with him.
And I think he was with Lorraine Ochoa
oh,
most recently.
okay.
But so that's the Tiger news. We can breeze through that.
Do you think he's going to make more on Tiger's bag or Kuchar's bag?
Ooh. I wonder if Tiger just gives him a flat rate.
Probably.
He does. That's what he did.
You know,
to
Kuchar
Lacava,
doesn't, so.
Probably
That's
make
very
more.
true.
Well, you probably get the standard 10% with Kuchar. That's all it is. Unless otherwise agreed
I
upon.
think it was less than 10, wasn't it?
Well, no, that's because they agreed upon it that week.
Right.
Toucan or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Supposed to get 5K or whatever. Next, the players' equity breakdown came out. Bit of another joke, a bit. Like, what is it? 36 players are getting 750 million of the 950 million.
Wow.
So, kind of funny considering all the backlash these top-end LIV players got for
Yeah.
taking the money, and now these guys are just getting all the money. So, I don't know. But we'll see how that shakes out. But, I mean, I imagine Rory McIlroy is getting $100 million there, so good for him. And then just around the world here, LIV Las Vegas, Dustin Johnson won his third LIV event. And, I mean, the way he was playing, I watched it. It was actually kind of fun to watch. But he's unbeatable when he's playing like that. When his irons are, like, yardage, like he's hitting the right yardages, like, you can't beat him.
Yeah. Yeah, it is the one good thing about LIV when they're the best players that they have over there, when they're playing like you come to know how they can play, then it just becomes okay. Good golf, right?
Yep.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Who won the first one this year?
Neiman.
Wacko.
Oh, yeah.
And that
Yeah.
they've been lucky so far this year that the two tournaments that they've had, majority of the crop or cream has risen to the top.
They
Majority.
always
Yep.
will
Yeah.
on that
It,
tour.
no, last
Well,
year it
Uline
didn't
was
always
almost
work
in
out
playoff.
that year.
Mm.
Like Danny Lee won last year, right? There's guys like that.
But, like, up until,
They
like,
haven't really
hole
needed-
14, there was, like, 6 guys tied for the lead on Saturday.
I mean, they do need that to happen to get eyes
They
over
do
there.
for sure. Yep.
Yeah, because if it's a Peter versus Kokrak before Kokrak get in the water,
Off the tree. Yep.
like that's no one's tuning in for that
No,
playoff.
you're right.
But it is funny because you said, "Oh, you guys don't want to watch good golf." I flipped it over, and the 3 shots I saw were Rom snap hooking his drive almost out of bounds. Kokrak hit the tree and went in the water. And DJ almost chipped it all the way across the green and into the water on that same hole. I was just like, I'm good.
No, you missed
Conditions
before Bryson did the same thing as Rom did. Snap hooked it too.
Yeah.
Conditions were really tough Saturday.
Hey, Scheffler putted one into the bunker too.
Yeah, you're right. Exactly.
It was cold there. John Rahm was kind of getting a little upset with the noise, but it came out that it was actually someone's phone that rang. And as you remember, they're not big fans of phones going off. When one of you two took that video of Graham McDowell, it was not me. One, I would never take a video.
It was
none
of us. It was somebody else.
There's that when you start a video and it does that little bloop bloop
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. He did not like that at all.
Who the hell has their phones on, like, with sound? Taking.
I don't know.
Ever.
I didn't
I
even
don't
know
know.
what my ringtone was until randomly I put it in my case, and when I put it back in my case, it must turn the sound on, and then my phone rang, and I'm just like yelling at my kids. I'm like, "Turn off your phones!" They're like, "That's not my phone." I look, my phone's ringing. I'm like, "What the hell?" That's
the old-
my ringtone.
It's the old Nokia one.
I saw a tweet where someone said, like, what was it, 10, 15 years ago, people were like paying money for like fancy ringtones.
Yeah.
And now, if your phone's not on silent, you're like a outcast in society.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the whole reason why I have an Apple Watch is so that it vibrates on my wrist, so I know someone's calling me
That's right.
because it's on silent.
what else from the LIV? Tommy Fleetwood was there watching his buddies. So, you're telling me he wasn't watching?
I didn't get why you took offense to what we were saying in the group.
Well, I mean, you made it sound like he was there, like seeing if he wanted to join or
Yeah.
not. He
No,
was just there.
no,
That's
no,
what
no.
you did. You made it sound like that.
watching.
Did you read the tweet? It said he's here to support his friends,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hatton and Rom.
Then he tweeted that he was there to see Butch Harmon.
Yeah, to see his
Yeah,
coach.
which
Just
is
a
fine.
happy coincidence.
Probably his
It's
coach.
not at the same fucking course.
So
Well,
do you
his
think
coach
he
was
went
probably
there to
there.
watch Liv and Butch just happened to be there, so he thought, oh, I'll get a lesson?
Okay,
Or he
so-
went there for
Whoa, whoa.
Butch.
So in the pod topics, you posted a photo of him hitting a golf shot, right? Did you not?
I don't know.
In
if I can't
Vegas?
remember.
No, so
I know
that-
you did.
No,
Was
but-
that on their golf course? No. So I would assume that they were working at a different place, and he came and just watched
He
golf.
probably had to go there to
Yes.
get Butch.
Yeah,
Yes.
because Butch was there with some of the live guys probably,
So-
if he has any. And then Tommy's like, yeah, I'll go to Vegas. I might even go into the Super Bowl. This lines up good. Oh, and I have some time to kill. I'll just go to the live event because those guys are here. He didn't.
Yeah, that's
go.
what I was saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but
what
you
I
made
was
it.
saying.
You made it sound like he was like, I'm going to go and see maybe if I'm going to get recruited.
Okay, who
That's
cares
not what
about
I
that?
meant.
I just reminded of another Tommy that went to the Super Bowl, Tommy Pham, baseball player.
And left.
He tweeted that he left at halftime and went home and watched the game on his couch, and it was way better.
Yeah,
And he had good seats at the Super Bowl.
Tommy
Like,
Pham
really
li-
good
so-
seats.
No
so
way.
he
For
lives.
live
He
watching.
lives in Vegas.
Okay.
He lives in Vegas, so he went to the Super Bowl and then went home at halftime to watch the second half on
He was
TV.
like 10th row.
He's in the end zone.
Actually,
He left the Super Bowl, just go home and watch
Took
it
a
on
picture
TV.
of his feet up on the coffee table.
Not good for him.
Yeah.
That's what's it, Caleb Surratt?
Yep.
Wasn't able to check into his hotel because he's not 21.
Yeah.
So Hatton had to check him in. And then kind of a big one, Adrian Moronk said if he would have got picked for the Ryder Cup team, he never would have joined the LIV.
That sounds like any
Sour
typical
grapes, yeah.
live guy comment.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Things didn't go my way, so I left.
Yeah, I mean, I would too. Take the money and screw those guys.
Yep.
What was Hatton's outbreak this week? He yelled something, didn't he? He got super mad anyways.
he does every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for the game.
Live or PGA, it doesn't matter.
It's good for the game. DP.
He said something about ping. He hit a bad one, and he said something about ping. But
and the,
Oh, really?
the
Yeah.
Smash won the team event.
I love how that's just an afterthought at the end of every live
But the
recap.
season long one is pretty close
It's
for the
tight.
teams.
It's going to be real tight.
2 weeks in.
Yeah, it'll be tight all
Hey, you
year.
got to start somewhere.
I just find it
Gotta start
hilarious, though,
somewhere.
that the only saving grace is that it's so bad in round or in tournament that it just happens to be close outside of it. Like, because nothing
Any
about
given
it.
week.
Yeah.
Any
Any
given
given
week.
week,
it.
anyone can win. Yeah, you're right. And by a lot.
That's right. Whoever's hot.
I
Gets
did
the
go
win.
back.
That's the beauty of four
Hey,
scores counting.
I'm a full disclosure guy. You know this. I did go back and look to see how many of these team events actually would have been worth like looking at over the past couple of years. And I think I got last year, early on, there was a few that were 1 and 2 shots. But in, I think, the last 10 live events, there's only been once that it's been within 3 shots. The team event.
Jeez.
That doesn't
So,
surprise me.
I think the
Early on, though, it was
problem with
close.
the team thing is that they're getting $4 million or whatever it is, or $1 million each, or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah.
Like, if you just make that as like a jockeying thing for the final match play team event, I don't think anyone cares that it's a blowout every week.
You're
the
probably
fact
right.
that they're giving away all this extra money for
Yeah,
people
'cause
like that,
that
like,
was their whole thing from the start. That's what they wanted. Yeah.
They want,
yeah, but
they want it.
it all comes down to the team match play at the end, which
Right.
is good. I don't care what anyone says. Like 2 singles and a 4-ball, like that's a good format.
Yep.
To decide a winner. DP World Tour.
Sorry, one back to DJ. Is there any other athlete in the world that could just like leave for however long he leaves for? Doesn't pick up a club and just be that good again? Like he might be the best at that in
Natural.
golf. He has to be the best at that in golf. Of just
I would
like
say so, yeah.
fucking off for however long and then coming back and be like, okay, I'm just gonna win this week.
I think a lot of that comes down to his attitude
Yeah,
and just
he
not
doesn't
giving
care.
a fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
I'll tell you
Because-
one thing. What he was working on, that strut, because it was next level. Him coming up 18 around the water. Like,
D'Lo Brown.
it was almost like he had the putter out and those arms were just swaying. Like
Yeah.
it was a
just-
good
You
strut.
can't. Yeah, like I'm trying to think of other guys that could do that, but
It's
like
hard to
the,
do it
the
in
golf
any other
nerds,
sport.
like a Rory or
Yeah.
you know those guys, like a Spieth.
They're so
they
in
would
their
take,
head, but they're
they-
so in their
yeah.
head, like
Yeah.
to Knoop's point, right?
They would take so much time to get back into it.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know.
golf's that sport that you could do something like that. Like what other sport
Yeah,
could
you
you
could.
walk off the street? Fuck, I haven't played in months.
Yeah,
And
I
just
could
be
see
that good
baseball.
at
I could see
it.
baseball guys. If you
Yeah?
can hit, you can hit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like an older guy.
Yeah.
Like
But those guys
Ortiz
hit
takes
so
a year
many
off
balls,
and comes back and
don't they?
rakes.
Well, they
Like
take
daily?
BP. Yeah, they take BP, but I guess to be successful, take all that
Yeah.
time off and be successful. Like you
Yeah.
could have a guy who's retired for 3 years come out and he'd hit 200.
Yeah.
Like he's still going to hit major league pitching.
Yeah.
It's just he's not going to
I
make
mean,
the All-Star team.
Gwynn would probably hit 300 right now.
I bet you if Tony Gwynn played, he'd easily hit 200 at 60 years old.
Well, he's dead, so
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, he is dead. Yeah. Well,
Maybe not.
maybe
Zombie
this
Gwynn
problem
could be good.
we can have
Zombie
Bernie's.
Gwynn could be good. We can have Bernie's.
oh man.
One note
Let's get
just
the
before
picks.
we move on.
We still got 2 more tournaments to go over.
Before we get those 2 tournaments, we flipped it over from WWE to the replay of Waste Management. We should probably talk about how we're going to Phoenix. And one of the guys on the trip said when
All right.
Nick Taylor was down, because we've been discussing if we were going to try to play TPC or not, but it's too expensive. Don't want to go play it. But he said in the group, he's like, when Taylor was down, I think 2 shots, he's like, if Taylor comes back and win this, we're going to go play it, right? And we're all just like, yep, we're going to do it. And then he came back and win. It's like, Brodell and I are like, how do we tell him we were just kidding? Because there's no way I'm paying
Does he know how much it is?
$600 US.
Oh, he
for
can
whatever
afford it.
Does he know how much it is?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
knows.
He knows,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he can afford it.
DP World Tour, the Qatar
I
Masters.
think he listens too.
Won by Rikuya Hoshino. This is the Clam Trophy, so another good trophy over there. This tournament didn't have many big names in it at all. And Cockrell missed the cut, so not much else to say about that one.
Yep.
The
jinxed
Corn
him.
Ferry Tournament, I'm sure we'll have some opinions on this one. The Astera Golf Championship.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this thing, yeah.
Won by Kevin Velo in a playoff over Brian Campbell. Cristobal Del Soler came out the gates hot, shooting 57 in round 1, and got roasted for it.
Yep.
And the tour got roasted for being at this course, but you still got to make the putts.
You still got to make the
Still got to
putts.
score, yeah.
And, like, everyone played that course that day. Like, it's not like it was...
Like,
yeah,
there wasn't a
course.
bunch of 50s.
No.
There was one the next day, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was another
59.
59.
Pot guy
Yeah.
shot 59.
We even talk about
the
Nick
next
Taylor
day.
shooting 60 the first day. Like, that's obviously more impressive than that 57.
And it was over 2 days,
Right.
Yeah.
which is the most impressive thing to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
you
Just
get
keep it going,
you get
yeah.
hot, and if that's fine. But you have to do it over 2 days. That's impressive. Seriously
Yeah, so the
impressive.
course, because it was at elevation, they were saying it was playing like 60.
No, it was a 6,200 yard
Oh yeah, it was
course.
playing like low 5,000s for these guys. So they should go low, but at the same time, you still gotta make the putts.
Yep.
Still gotta
That
play.
guy didn't win.
Yeah.
And he shot
Yeah.
57.
He shot 74 or the third round or something.
Yeah, so I guess
Didn't
Well, it's hard
They
to
must
back
have
up.
they
Hard
must
to
have
back up a
lengthened
low
it.
round.
Yeah.
they must have lengthened
another
it on
one.
Saturday. Papineau was 8th. Bateman was 20th. Yelamaraju was 51st, and Miles Crichton missed the cut. No tournament on the Champions Tour and no tournament on the LPGA Tour, but Jessica Korda gave birth to a son this week, so thought I'd throw that one out there.
Nice.
All right. Forgot she
Congrats.
was pregnant.
And then just a little thought experiment here that Bronell posted. So you got to pick one: a range session with Tiger, a round with Rory McIlroy, a 1-year membership at Augusta, 5 lessons from Jack Nicklaus, or qualify for the Open Championship.
See, I'm picking the Open. I know I would absolutely embarrass myself, but it'd just be cool to
To go
be
with
that average Joe guy.
100,
in
100?
the- yeah.
yeah?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Just
And you're still getting to play one of the better courses in the world.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah.
They should
Well,
have
it would be 100, 100. Or more.
maybe more. Yeah.
100 plus.
Depends on
Yeah,
depends
there
on
you
the
go.
wind. Depends on the wind. Like
Yeah.
But again, that goes back to our thought of they should have like sweepstakes or just
A
like a
mark.
random draw.
Mark going out every
Yeah,
week,
just
yeah,
a
but who
dude off the
plays
street.
with them? That's the problem. You need
Yeah.
3 of them.
They go out. No, they
They
go.
just play
They
out-
go out by
they go
themselves.
last.
Yeah. And they go last every.
Last.
Or they get to play with like the pro there or something. Like somebody. Like the guy
Yeah.
from Augusta that fills in.
Yeah.
To me, it's Augusta.
But
A
here's
year
the thing-
membership.
Yeah, but a year. You're not living there. You're living here with a year
I'll
membership.
fly down and play it 7 times in a row in a week, and that's enough. Good enough.
Assuming you can get on that many times.
Wow.
How about this? They only play.
a
They're
membership.
not. They don't qualify. They don't get to play the first 2 days. They play the last 2. They play the weekend, and they go out first because they're by themselves. There's no way they're not. They're going to slow down play. They go.
Oh, they would slow
first
down
out-
play.
First out on the weekend.
Slow down play.
I don't
You don't
think,
think
they
so?
would if they had those people still looking for their ball.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
not. But
So they're first out on Saturday, Sunday of a PGA Tour event every week.
Yeah.
And it's just a
That'd be
random
crazy.
dude.
well, it needs
Glenn-
to happen in the Olympics too.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Because people would be tuning in early to see how Glenn's doing.
I'm picking Rory. I'm picking the round with
I
Rory.
thought that was a troll. I know
That
it was,
is
it was
a
a
troll.
good
It is a
troll.
troll.
It is a troll.
It's not.
What's your
Harv has a good point about Augusta. Like how? Yes, it would be unreal to play it, but how many times are you realistically
You
gonna play it?
15 times you'd fly down there and
That's
play
fair,
it
okay.
40 times.
But Rory would be sweet.
You'd live
I-
there
I
for a
th-
week for sure. You'd
Yeah,
go
that's
there for a
true.
week and play it 6
Yeah.
times.
you like? I think if you can get to Augusta at least 3 times, it's probably that. But E's a close second.
Yeah,
I was E the
British Open. Yeah.
British Open Championship right out of the
Yeah.
gates. But like, you can't just play Augusta once. Like anytime it's like.
It is a
Right.
year. It is a year membership.
But
so
they
you would
they're only
make times.
open like
Yeah, they're
6
not open
months,
very
and
often.
2 of those are closed for the Masters.
Yeah, but if you were able to go as many times as you wanted to, you could take a week and get your whole week's worth right then.
yeah, I guess if you can get on, like it's not like they don't have a pile of members.
No, but
trying
I
to
think
play it.
that's like the footnote to it is you just get to go whenever.
If you're guaranteed 10 rounds, but yeah, you have to get there. Yeah, I'd take that one.
I'd
I
taken
guess.
that, yeah.
Because like if it's anything where it's like play around at Augusta or something else, like that first round, like
It's-
you're gonna be in
you're-
awe, you're
yes.
gonna be
Yeah.
nervous, you're
Yep.
gonna shit the bed. Like that's not gonna
Yeah.
be a fun round.
Yeah, like I got to go back to Copper Creek because
Exactly.
we just yeah, you're gonna need redemption. But which one are you picking between A and D? Tiger lesson or the Nicklaus 5 lessons? Or
No,
not even
it's
a lesson
Tiger.
from Tiger. It just says range session
Like
with
it's
Tiger.
gotta be that 5 lessons from Nicholas might be the dumbest question ever posed. Like,
Out of all those
Dude.
ones ever.
like
do as I do, and it's like, nope, I ain't
Yeah.
doing
Like
that.
right current Jack Nicklaus?
yeah, Nicholas right now. Like, what's he gonna do?
Shorten your backswing, you'd say probably.
Yeah, no, just swing like this, and he's just so old. And
Yeah.
it's just all like,
Choppy.
yeah.
How many
I mean-
guys in the world would just automatically take that Tiger one though? Lots.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Too
Without
many.
even thinking.
Too
Too
many,
many.
really.
Just to talk to him, yeah.
Yeah.
All
Anyways, pick recap. She wasn't pretty,
No,
fellas.
when you said I won, I knew it wasn't pretty.
And then I thought I did the math wrong, and then I thought I won for a bit, but then it turns out you did win.
Nice.
So the standings are Matty B 11, Harv 7, Bronell 6, Canoop 3, Matty B had
Jeez.
Denny McCarthy 22nd, Bo Hostler 41st, and EVR missed the cut 74 for a 46 average. Took down the week.
That ain't great.
That was fourth 1 week, a couple weeks ago.
I was second. I had Connors 28th, Sungjae Im 66th, and Alex Noren 53rd for a 49 average. 3 made cuts, lost.
Im
the week.
sucked, hey?
Yeah, he was
Really?
up, and he was up there early, like flirting with top Asian. But
You hate to see it.
Knoop was third. He had Thomas Dietrich 28th, Brian Harmon 60th, Kevin Yu 74th for a 54 average. Bronell was fourth. He had Jake Knapp 28th, Ben On 66th, and Adam Svensson missed the cut 74 for a 56 average. So who gave Hostler?
I know it was not me because I would love to have had him.
To who?
Me.
Maddie.
I did.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Maddie B is up for, I guess, preview.
Yeah, we got the Genesis Invitational. Riviera Country Club, Pacific Palisades, California. Par 71, 7,322 yards. A third signature event of the year. Rom is not in the field this week to defend his title from last year. I think 2-stroke victory over Homa it was in the end. Charlie Hoffman is in the field this week, as we talked about before, after his runner-up last week via the Swing Aeon 5.
Really?
Still don't know what
Yeah.
any of those things are. I
Yeah.
don't know how he got in to that for a second place,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Sponsors exemptions this week. We have Zalatoris, Woodland, Adam Scott, Tiger Woods, as we talked about as well. This is the first time this year, actually, since his WD in the 2023 Masters. So this is the first round since then at an official event, which is almost 1 calendar year,
Yeah.
which is nuts.
Tiger's new clothing line is called Sun Day Red. Like sun, S-U-N, space, day, red.
I can get behind
Homage
that.
to his mom, kind of.
Why?
Is his mom's name Son?
Nothing.
Oh, is that the Asian?
Yep.
Japanese?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Well,
I just it's
Sunday
an
Red
yeah,
is
it's
his
an
thing.
homage.
No, I
to-
know, but
but why is it not just Sunday?
yes, it's
Oh.
2 words.
I don't know.
Anyways, last exemption went to Chase Johnson. He received the Charlie Sifford Memorial exemption to gain entry into this week. This is his 5th PGA Tour start this week. We have 70 in the field, top 50 in ties, along with anyone within 10 shots of lead. So the old Masters rules, essentially, we have going on here. 41 of the top 50 in the OWGR are playing this week. $20 million purse, $4 million to the champ. So this will be the biggest purse to ever
Right.
go to a winner. So
Okay.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
it's one of the top events other than the majors and the players.
It is.
It's probably the top event, maybe.
It'll be another
one of the
event that John Rahm's upset about
Yeah.
not playing.
Probably will be.
So-
McGraw even.
before we get into picks, I saw that it is the host of the 28 Olympics, I think.
Yeah, sounds right.
I don't think it's fair that it gets to go to a PGA Tour course.
I can get behind that. Should be
Should be like some
relative
random-
unknown.
Somewhere where these guys don't get to play all
Pine
the time.
Valley.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that
Okay.
in LA?
Bandon Dunes, something.
It's
Okay.
not in LA. Yeah.
No.
It has to be in It has to be near LA, I guess.
Yes.
Washington's close, isn't it?
Washington.
Just across the country. But,
just up
No,
north.
not
Yeah.
not
Not DC.
not DC.
well, still across the country, north and south.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not what I call a cross.
That Chase Johnson's 2,500 to 1 this week.
Yeah,
so
he's my best bet to win. Why not?
the way this is going this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We got 5 Canadians playing. Connors Taylor's playing. Hadwin, Svensson, and Hughes. So maybe it's another week for one. They got a 5 in 70 chance. So
There we go. Less than 70, even realistically. So.
yeah, it's Tiger and Chase Johnson.
Okay. I'm up first. I'm going to take Jason Day.
Rats.
Where are we at for number? Sorry.
4,000.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
40 to 1 you can't take. So I'm going to take 45 to 1. Top 10 here last year. Jason Day.
Can't take Tom Kim then.
Nope.
No. I'm going to take Wyndham Clark.
Was Jason Day your first pick and then
Yeah.
Wyndham? Yeah.
I mean, had to.
There's the sounds are back.
Just take Keegan and get it over with.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Keegan Bradley.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna be weird and take a chance on Will Zalatoris this week.
Very weird.
He's
for
got
sure.
he's due.
I really like that. Yep.
Okay. Well, if Nikolai Hogard is going to fall in my lap, I will take him.
Okay.
That's who you were going to take, eh?
No. I'm just glad you did.
I'm going to take Corey Connors again.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a bad pick.
You're the Canadian.
What if?
Yep. Okay.
Too quick for him, I guess.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods. Wow. Is that a jinx?
Is that a troll?
No.
I think it's a jinx.
I'm trying to finish with the least amount of points in a pick
Yeah.
here.
I'm gonna give Matty B Tom Kim.
Okay. Who's in second, Harv?
Harvis.
Harvis? Oh, okay. I'll give him someone.
You have to.
Even though I got a weird feeling about it, I'm going to give you Russell Henley. Missed the cut last year, so that's
Of
all I
course,
got.
give him to me.
Can someone give me Max Homa?
No.
No.
Yeah.
So I got to give
Canoe.
Canoe.
Canoop. It's tough to give on this one.
The safest bet that you can make is Tommy Fleetwood because he ain't winning.
Nah.
Yeah, he's too busy worried about maybe
Yeah,
joining
but
the
he
live.
might
What
be
if he
okay.
wins? So.
I'll give you Justin Thomas.
Oh wow,
Oh, I'll take that.
that's a good one. He's playing well lately, actually.
Yeah, he is.
But,
Plays well here too.
but we're starting to feel bad for you, I think.
I know. Well, I need it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, who are you giving me?
Can I redo my Tiger Woods pick?
I think what Harv usually says is a card played is a card laid.
Card laid is a card played.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Sorry, who's been given? I just need a refresher here.
Henley,
Just-
Kim, and Thomas.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
give Sung J M to you.
Oh, okay.
Right
Take
on.
'em. And then my last pick, I'm going to take Sepp Straka.
Nice.
Your guy.
Yeah.
Must. Hey, did you guys bet that bet last week? Plus 650.
Top Asian.
Top
Hit.
Asian.
650 plus 650.
Siwoo Kim.
Hit.
Yep, it did. I did not take it.
Who's the top Asian this week?
I don't know. My best bet was Chase Johnson to win. At that price, you have to. Because what if? That's the worst odds
Yeah.
there's ever been. I
A
think.
buck. Throw a buck on it.
Yeah.
I,
It's like
Put a buck on it right now, Canoe.
I will.
people should have been throwing a buck on what's his face from the Niners, the receiver there,
Yeah.
Jennings. Like that should have
To
been a
get
buck.
MVP.
Yeah.
Plus 30,000. That would have been
been
something.
huge. Yep.
Like that's what you got to do. I think that's what I'm going to do next Super Bowl is just throw like
Yeah.
$21 bets on all the long shot MVPs just in case one of them goes off.
And a few of them will look like they're going to win, but then Mahomes will make a comeback at the end and he'll get it again. So
Probably.
My best bet is Max Homa top 5 plus 300.
That's not bad.
not the
I have
greatest
I have a
odds, but-
similar one. These guys were both top 20 last year and both have pretty decent odds. So I got a top 20 parlay with Hoagie and Kuchar.
What's that worth?
11.5 to 1.
What's
Plus
Hoagie been doing?
11.37.
I thought it was going to be like 100 to 1.
Yeah.
What?
What's
Top
Hoagie been
20?
doing?
There's only 80 guys in the tournament.
I like that actually.
That's fair.
Hoagie was T14 last year. And
Hoagie and Kuchar?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Hoagie's not been good. Like last year, he was hot to start.
I'll find him here. I'll tell you. Tom Hogue results on the season. He was T17 last week and T6 at the Pebble Beach.
Okay.
Back-to-back top 20s.
That's got to be that.
Yeah, I like that then.
Plus 1200.
11.37. Kuchar, recent form. He did just miss the Kuchar's only had one cut.
Kuchar's
made.
been bad.
Yeah.
he's
Ooh, that
still-
one's not great.
Just pair it with Homa.
Okay, let me go up here. Homa top 20 is not going to be great, though. What about a Homa top 10?
Yep.
Oh, you can't do it.
Can't do that.
489 for Kuchar and Homa to be the top 20.
Yeah, but Kuchar's the one we want out of there.
Oh, right, Hoagie. Okay, give me 1 second. 418 plus 418. It's not nearly as appealing though.
No.
Well, that's all I got for you.
Whatever. That first one.
First one. We're
Hoagie
going
and Kuchar, 1187.
That was 1137.
Sure.
I haven't heard a word you guys have said.
Yeah.
Um,
That's not new.
You just think about the song there, buddy.
I'm
boy.
thinking about when Hadwin was shown at the end of the round.
Oh, I meant to.
Because he missed the
bring that up.
cut, but he must have stuck around. I don't know.
You wore the same clothes.
Same clothes.
He's just begging to get speared again. Unbelievable.
Guy just loves that hoodie.
Maybe it was just
Yeah.
like, it's just like, this is what I wore when he won last time. I'm going to do it again. Superstitious.
Yeah.
Could be.
I just love how they're
It's a true blue friend.
supporting of each other so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It's an individual game. Once you're out, cheer for the other guy. It's not like it's not like Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, okay. You're going that way. Okay, good. Yeah.
Is that it, or what are you doing?
That's it.
What are you looking up?
That has to be it.
No, I was looking for other ones, but I don't like them. So,
First tee Sunday.
first tee Sunday.
What is our any tips for our fitting?
Hit them straight. Harv, don't
Actually,
hit
I have a tip for you.
Oh, boy.
Here we go.
This will be great.
Nothing you haven't heard from me before. Swing your swing, please.
What swing?
Just swing.
Stretch on Friday and
I'm
Saturday.
indoors.
Yes.
I can't swing my swing
No,
indoors.
there it is. There's
You
your
have
tip.
to swing your swing.
Stretch.
If you're gonna go get fit, but you're swinging some stupid fucking swing to try to manage something, that's not helping you. Just swing how you actually do on a golf course and get fit for that.
That's how I think I am.
Yeah. He's got a different swing every time.
It's just constant corrections back and forth.
That's
all
what I
day.
mean, though.
Okay.
If swing one swing the entire day.
Ugh.
But, hey, take my note, because this is what I'm doing, too. I'm stretching a lot this week.
It's a good idea.
Because to not
Yeah.
swing a golf club and just go in all winter with a tight back and stuff
We're
like
old.
that, yeah, we got to stretch. You got to be in some sort of loose mode. Because you think of in the summertime, you might have a stiff back, but at least you've been swinging.
You guys
enough.
got some shots in at Canoops the other day.
Yeah, and I was sore after.
Were you?
Yeah, but my my left rib cage on Wednesday was like, oh my god, what happened here? So you just gotta make sure you're stretched. Stretch it out.
One time I went to a comedy show. I can't remember who it was, but I laughed so hard that I was sore the next day.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yes.
No.
don't
That
think
has
so.
not happened.
Yeah. No, I
Probably
know
never
exactly.
laughed
Your
at- I
abs
probably
are
never
sore.
laughed
Yes,
that
your
hard.
abs are sore.
Yeah.
Yes.
I probably never laughed that hard.
Guaranteed you haven't.
It's not probably. It's for sure. Oh, I can't wait. I just cannot wait. I can't wait to get them in the mail and just like look at them for a
Yeah.
while. And then
So
while
new and
Canoop's
shiny.
while Canoop's gone he'll be back from Phoenix and we can go to his house.
Yep.
Tape the pod there in 2 weeks with our clubs.
Is your whole family going to Phoenix this time?
No, I'm going to Mexico on
Oh,
Sunday.
Mexico with your whole family.
So that's the annoying part. There's a golf
So we
course
can go
right
over there.
behind our hotel, our resort. I emailed them 2 days ago. Haven't heard back. Can't book a tee time online. So I emailed them to try to get a tee time.
Make a fucking
Nothing.
phone call.
I'm not calling
Says-
them.
That's
says-
hilarious.
Says Bronell. Speaking of ringtones, he doesn't even know what a dial tone sounds like.
I think
Alright.
I'll bring them anyways and
Yeah.
hope I get on.
Yeah, for sure.
Just walk on as single.
Yeah. All right, you guys got anything else? I'm excited. Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs and Nick Taylor. But until next time, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.
Peace up.